Hello, howdy. This is Cassidy, running solo today. Sharky was supposed to be here. They didn't come back though from the Curian Mansion. They told me like after they clocked out the Curian Mansion they'd be here in time for the stream, and I'm still waiting on them. I know that Professor Curian's a real taskmaster, but this is just beyond the pale. So we're playing Light Gun Games again. Because I like Light Gun Games. Some of these games are not great. Some of them, maybe they are. That's the gimmick today. Can you tell we threw this one together last night? That I just decided, apropos basically nothing, just like, what if I just played Light Gun Games on stream again? Would people watch that? Would people care? Who's to say? We'll find out, I suppose. I got some ones lined up, though. I certainly have some of the Light Gun games of all time lined up tonight. And also, I'd be remiss not to mention that on this day, this auspicious day, February 13th of 2024, is the same day that an English translation has finally been released for a rail shooter, Death Crimson 2, on the Sega Dreamcast. I wasn't aware of this when I came up with the idea to stream Light Gun Games, to stream rail shooters today, but sure enough, that's one that's been on the list. That's one that I've wanted to play for years now, having written the definitive article on Death Crimson. BadGameHallOfFame.com/Death-Crimson, if you want to read more on that one. But, so yeah, auspicious day, apropos day. And, another auspicious thing, another great part of my time here is that the reason I'm bringing these games, the games I selected today, all run within this front end called Techno Parrot, spelled Tekno Parrot. And, you know, wouldn't you know it, but in the past few days, their subscription, their Patreon got hacked by crypto scammers. And so they're currently like having to redo all their infrastructure. They're having to basically like restructure their entire service and the way that they provide the latest releases to their subscribers and all this stuff. So this was going to be like a ringing endorsement stream for Technoparrot until I realized like, oh shit, they're kind of going through it right now. But I don't know. It's good that this emulator front end exists. It's good that these Windows rail shooters, this new generation of rail shooter games, and obviously games outside of that, arcade games outside the rail shooter space, but generally that these newer arcade games that seem to just basically be computers hidden inside of cabinets are being preserved in some capacity. We're going to start today. We are going to come out the gate with a certified banger of a game. This is going to be Rambo from 2008. Not to be mistaken with the for the Teon game, the Teon Rambo, the video game, which is also a Rambo rail shooter. And one that I quite like, as a matter of fact. That's a story for another day. I also like this one. This is a Sega one. This is Sega developed. This is Sega published. This is Sega's take on Rambo. I am stalling for time because this one takes a little while to get launched and running. But I was doing some research on this one. I played this in the Discord server in the past couple weeks. Link to the Discord server there. And the soundtrack to this game is something. Boy howdy. And the credits for this game do not credit the, we'll call them vocalist for now. Do not credit the vocalist that produced the laid down the tracks for the game soundtrack. So I had to do some research on my own, and that research led me to a particular YouTube video where the thing you'll like find routinely on these YouTube uploads of like video game music is the original artists or like the original like vocalists commenting on this, saying like, "Hey, thanks for uploading this. I remember when I recorded these vocals for this game." And sure enough, if you go to the comments of this video, I'll link this in the YouTube description too for the archive of this. You'll find comments from a new Breedian who goes by the name Jack Trades in the industry. And so he's whose voice we will be hearing. And it's just interesting that they chose not to credit him within the game itself. He talks about being a lifelong Sega fan and apparently a lifelong Rambo fan as well, I would imagine, and how this gig was kind of like a dream gig for him. And I wish that guy all the best because he puts in work.
Do we get the win this time?
I hope I don't get copyright struck for scenes from the movie.
Welcome back, Rambo.
Oh, welcome back, Rambo. It's like you never left.
The ultimate warrior. A man who bears deep sorrow and a wounded heart.
They try to make it sound so intimidating.
For himself.
Male Making Mother's Bow asks, well, I'll answer that question in a minute. Because we have some music to listen to, real quick first.
Warrior returns.
Not the Ultimate Warrior. Hulk Hogan better watch out. Jack Trades, ladies and gentlemen. Just ripped straight from the movies. Yeah, this is exactly the sort of vibe that I think the Rambo films are going for. Yeah, I told you this was a banger. I built up the music for a reason. Guess what? Every stage in the game has one of these songs. A unique one of these songs. Okay, as far as Rambo Light Gun Games, I think there's Rambo 3. Was that an arcade game, or was that a Genesis game, or even was it even a Master System game? There was some earlier Sega Rambo arcade, that was very much 2D. Then there's this, and then there's the Teon game, the infamous one.
Hell of a time for humor, John.
Experience what it is to be Rambo. Well, I think I will. Yeah, I wonder if there's probably like another demo that rolls here, but we're just gonna start this up.
The year is 19.
The sound emulation on this may not be perfect.
Superior officer.
I apologize if the music is not up to scratch.
Rambo.
Nothing will be playing this in the arcade.
Just before reaching the border, they are surrounded by a massive enemy force.
Both in terms of sound fidelity and in terms of input. I prefer using a light gun to a mouse, as everyone should. And the peripheral for this one would have been one that's like built into the cabinet in the shape of an Uzi, which is not my favorite. I prefer to have free hand.
Give yourself up. You cannot escape. I'm sorry I got you into this, John. No, you're not.
Lines ripped straight from the movie in the same way that the Teon Interactive game would do, where the audio like fidelity on those, because like they're having to remove the soundtrack from the background. This sounds awful, but Sega did a little better than Teon did years down the line. This one wastes no time, as you can tell. We have our light machine gun we're firing, or an Uzi, depending on whether you want to believe the cabinet or the game, or the movies, you know. You know, Sega, arguably masters of the light gun, masters of the arcade rail shooter. Very few did it as well as they did.
It's over.
It's not over till the fat Rambo sings, I tell you what. Ooh, I blew the shit out of that truck. I know Shane Rerez, friend of the channel, recently covered this game in their arcade tour video. They went on a tour of all the arcades in the Niagara Falls area, and this was one of their other winners. This is one of the ones that they saw and were just like, this game is incredible. And having played it myself in the past, just, you know, having seen it in arcades, typically Dave & Buster's, I'm inclined to agree.
No escape. Life or death. The choice is yours.
Come out now.
Also, I do apologize. It's going to be hard for me to keep up with chat, necessarily. It's just a reality of being solo on this one. But I will do my best.
What is that?
Oh, thank God for the brave Mujahideen fighters. The reinforcements, as they'll call them here. Alright, this is the big gimmick of this game. Besides the music. But we can activate Rage Mode, which I will do now. Man, I wish I could just, like, level the music, completely drown out the gameplay. I just want to hear these jams. I'm lying. It is fun to have constant machine guns firing off. There's something to it. I'm getting into this. Can't get mad at it, that's for sure. It cannot be denied. This is a game I want to learn how to one-credit clear. There's not many games that can one-credit clear in the arcades. Time Crisis 1 is one of them, House of the Dead 1 and 2 being two more of them. I could add this to the list. I can see it, it's short enough. It seems easy enough, barring a few things that we'll get to. Oh, we're carrying an AK in this, apparently. Good to know. We will change weapons up a couple times. For contextual reasons, for movie reasons. Johnny Baggett saying that Time Crisis 1 is not an easy game to one-credit clear. To be clear, I've one-credit cleared it once. And it was after a lot of practice. So, I don't know if I could do it on a whim, necessarily. I don't know if I could just walk into an arcade and then, like, grip the gun and know all the timing off the top of my head. Alright, so typical boss battle on these things. Shooting these weak points. No music for this, though. Oddly enough. Alright. Where are they gonna appear next? They're throwing everything they got at us. Hot damn. Oh boy. Oh well.
Thanks.
I feel like I should have had that second one. Alright, you know what fucking time it is. Explosive tip arrow. Alright, this is like a Ghost Squad classic. You have one shot to make a increasingly difficult shot. And I nailed it.
Success.
The worst of the battle is yet to come.
I don't know, it seemed pretty bad. I mean, we were completely surrounded at a certain point. I don't know how much worse can get than that.
Amazing. Bonus life.
Ooh.
Impressive as ever.
Is that supposed to be Troutman saying it?
3 years earlier, Rambo slipped into enemy territory on a
Would you believe if I told you this game doesn't have anything from First Blood in it? As in the original First Blood? There's not a level where you go around killing cops?
Rambo.
You know what game has that? Rambo the video game by Taeon. Now, granted, you're supposed to disarm them. You're supposed to shoot the guns out of their hands. Oh, Counter-Strike flashback. Rambo's time in the 1.5 mines. This is so fucking peak.
But it's to be me, a thirst so greedy for justice, with no one to trust it. Hard for the faith to be in the meek of great. My fate is.
Alright, so there's mechanics here. If you go for the commanding officer first, it buys you some extra time. That is handy to know if we're ever feeling overwhelmed. That, or, you know, we can just do the Rambo Rage. Either or. I think I like this game a lot because I like Ghost Squad, which is another one of my Run Credit Clear games, by the way. And, you know, that makes sense being that it is Sega, but it has a lot of the same mechanics in terms of, like, rewards for timing, picking up medals. So I wonder if this is just built, like, straight up on the bones of that, on the foundation of Ghost Squad. Would not shock me. I know, I'm just in my happy place right now playing this. Oh, I want whatever items in there. Sure enough, it was a medal. Not really much else you can pick up in this besides some extra health occasionally, but those are going to be few and far between. Last chance indeed. This scene makes no sense unless you know what scene in the movie this is supposed to be referencing. Did we just, like, rub mud on our faces here? Why are we suddenly... Did we morph inside of a wall? You'll see in a second. See, it's this scene where Rambo, like, camouflaged himself inside of the mud. But he just did it instantaneously in this game because, you know, you gotta keep a game moving. Alright, these tutorials are a bit much. I get what I need to do here. Just, like, assume that we can intuit through, like, context clues what we're doing at a given moment. I do like the success screen, though. I do like feeling rewarded. Very validating. We're sitting on Rage right now. I'm just waiting for the right time to use it. And that time is not yet. Again, I'm doing pretty well here, all things told, I think. We're doing much better with an actual gun. Or an actual light gun, you know what I mean. And, you know, with support from viewers like you, consider subscribing for my Sinden Light Gun Fund. If you get me a Sinden Light Gun, I promise the streams will become unwatchable. I will do nothing but light gun games all day, every day. It will be the decimation of this channel if you enable me to get a Sinden Light Gun. Oop. Probably could have reloaded a second sooner. But hindsight's 20/20. I am going to take a quick pause. Actually, you know what? Let's kill that guy, then take a quick pause. Because I do want to just, I want to check chat and without a second person in the guest seat today, in the co-pilot chair. I also want to make sure I'm keeping an eye on stuff. Trying to think of another movie like First Blood that would be hilarious to have a rail shooter arcade release of, asked Johnny Baghead. I was going to say RoboCop. You know, Teon should have just made another RoboCop. Should have made another rail shooter. They should have just kept making rail shooters. You know, like Terminator 2. You know, they made a Terminator game, Teon. It's funny enough, that's why I'm thinking about it. But, you know, T2 the arcade game fucking sucks. I will go to the grave contesting that one. Cyberspace Nut asks, is this game bad? No, this game's pretty good. It's pretty goofy. The production value is a little, you know, and if I really want to get hypercritical, I can, like, maybe critique some of the combat design at a certain point, but come on. Any game that has, like, a Rambo rap in it for every stage, I'm about to get hit. Yeah, that's what I get for pausing. You know, do these games really capture the spirits of the movie? No, absolutely not. Oh, Cyberspace Not looking at the channel name. Yeah, we're the Bad Game Hall of Fame, and we'll be playing some worse games tonight, but, you know, they can't all be bad. Sometimes we gotta have fun. Sometimes we just gotta do one for us. Y'all know how it is. That said, I do have some bad railgun games, or rail shooter games, not railgun games. That would be a whole other category of game. Ay, ay, ay. Maybe I should use that Rambo rage, huh? No, I'm stubborn. It's like refusing to use slow motion in games where it's an option, where it's something that's offered to you. I can do it without it. I don't need the training wheels on. I know it's a comment out the corner of my eye. There are no bad railgun games except for the Gallagher Light Gun game, Gallagher's Gallery of By American Laser Games. I mean, there are some less than ideal light gun games. Don't get me wrong, I still love them. I still find reasons to love them. You just can't beat these for... Okay. Now, here's the bad part of this game. Speaking of... Bombs away. Run. How are we going to run? We're going to mash the start button. And this is a little tricky on keyboard, so you'll forgive me if I don't pass this one.
Success.
Ooh. Whew. Hot damn.
Success.
I didn't know I was going to have that one. Soul Stuff asking, does Death Crimson count as a light gun if the gun is just a weird mounted dragon motorcycle? Okay, only the one museum had that, alright? Only that one, like, cafe/museum in Japan has that gun attached to Death Crimson. Otherwise, it is a light gun game through and through. Alright, this fight is interesting because it gives you the option to either button mash or do this Ghost Squad-esque countering melee attacks thing. Naturally, I'm electing for the aiming. You know, good variety of stuff. It's cool when a rail shooter decides to... What? I absolutely clicked that, thank you very much. Oh, fuck me. Ay, ay, ay. Johnny Baghead saying, rail shooter is a better term, as a lot of these games, even before HDTVs, would use XY coordinate controllers, basically like a flight stick. Yeah, I mean, when we say light gun game, that a light gun is a very specific peripheral. It works in a very specific way, and it's not entirely interchangeable with rail shooter in the way that I do tend to use it. Perfect.
Now that's the ultimate soldier I train.
I was perfect, apparently. Could not do any better than losing 2 life and then getting 2 life back. Cyberspace not saying rail shooter is more like Star Fox. I mean, no. A rail shooter is any game where the control is taken away from you. Star Fox is decidedly not a rail shooter because you have control over the ship. I would make the argument. You are on rails to the extent that you are on a track, but you can slow down, you can speed up. A game like this... you are at the mercy of the game's pace. And I feel like that's more rail shooter to me. You know, you could say that shmups. Any shmup is a rail shooter, if you go by the logic that it's all about just being on the rail. There is a bit more to it. Not to criticize anyone. Like, again, like, these are, like, weirdly specific terminologies that have become, like, sort of used universally or interchangeably for a while. Like, people who use port and conversion interchangeably. You know, like the Stop Skeletons from Fighting. Love the guys. Love you, Derek, but, you know, and I've written for the channel before, but, come on. It's been years. Let's lock down the terminology, please.
Mission. The enemy!
Alright, now we don't need to worry about reloading. Because we're in a helicopter, you see. And machine guns and helicopters have infinite ammo. That's just a fact. Have you ever seen someone in a helicopter reload? I think not.
Surround him!
Okay, now we're reloading. I can hear the audio getting a little crispy in the game, which is unfortunate, because we definitely want to have as much of it as possible, obviously. But, if it persists in this sort of crunchy state, I will have to make some tweaks, see if I can't salvage, if I can't fix on the fly. You know, I'll just keep talking. That could definitely help. I decided, let's use it. Fuck it. I've been sitting on it for so long. Oh, I feel like I missed an item there. I should have taken more time. Oh, there's an item over there, though. I got that one. I cannot be denied. Tom Nook Yankee saying connection issue? Is there an issue beyond just the audio stuff that I'm not privy to? Are people having an issue seeing the stream? I'm not seeing anything ducking out on. Oh, I got so distracted I took damage. That's what happens. You know, I get distracted. I take my eye off the prize.
Whoa!
I hope I get another perfect score again. Hot damn. It'd be good to get 2 extra health.
Mission clear.
Let's also hope that this song ends and the new one starts up and is not completely crushed.
Rambo left the enemy base.
Yeah, this sounds much better. Good.
But it wasn't over yet.
There's a lot of talk about ports and remasters and the terminology that gets used. For those who don't know, perhaps, a port is when you directly one-to-one, it is the original game's original code on a new piece of hardware. A conversion is an attempt to recreate a game, to make it look as close to one-to-one as possible, in most cases, but ultimately, it is a reconstruction. Most things are conversions. And then, of course, you get into the remasters and remakes and things of that nature, which are their own kettles of fish. There we go. I took out 2 guns, and that's good enough is. They got discouraged. Oops. I misread what that situation was. What the f... Okay, excuse me. I am absolutely hitting these. I absolutely hit that one, at least. I admit to fucking up the bridge, but come on. Ay-yi-yi! Did this game, like, artificially spike the difficulty after I got a perfect score on that one level? Is like, alright, they're getting too big for their britches. Let's bring them back down to earth. Holy guacamole, I thought I was on a fucking roll today, too. I was like, hot damn, maybe I'll one credit clear this, just like apropos of nothing, in front of the stream audience. That'll go over great. Maybe if we somehow got a perfect score on this one, maybe they'll see it fit to give us 2 more lives. Oh no, Rambo's dead. Wait, there's hope yet. You won't have much time to fire. Yeah, 3 seconds. That was enough time. Got him.
Rambo's battle of rage was over. Deep sorrow was all he had left, until his one-man battle and burning rage ignited yet again several years later.
All been there before. Something tells me this is not perfect.
Impressive. Looks like you've still got what it takes.
No extra life for that? Really? I don't even get an awesome on that? I guess I need more medals.
Drop your weapons and come
3 years have passed since that fateful battle. Colonel Troutman has been captured, and Rambo and his allies have suffered fierce enemy attacks on the way to rescue him. Rambo is now left
Get you a war buddy who comes to save you like Rambo does for Troutman. Boy, howdy. Alright, this is the 4th of 5 chapters, just to give you an idea of the playtime on this one. And this level has stealth in it. which I have not passed this, I don't think. I have to just time this right. Maybe the game will take mercy on me.
Action!
I have 16 seconds. Wait, no, the timer's moving at double speed. What the? Is the game running too fast? Is that maybe, like, why I'm struggling with some of this, or was that just, like, straight up bullshit? Was that just to, like, lull you into a false sense of security and mess with your timing? Well, doesn't matter, because we didn't take damage. I just have to kill people, which, you know, I've been doing pretty effectively to this point. So I don't see why that would stop now. Oh, that one in the corner almost got me. You can't stop the Rambo. I like the Foley work here, the sound effects they added just to give a little more life to those cutaways. Okay, without being spotted, we can't shoot too much. We can shoot, we have to shoot. We can't shoot too much.
Mission.
Which basically just means bursts. Which I can manage.
Can't wait to get off a guard. Just a little longer. Then we. Who are you? You don't belong. What was that?
I think I just barely made it under the wire on that one. Oh, wait. Still gotta wait. Amazing that no one can hear these shots. It's only a sustained fire that perks their ears up. Oh, man.
Shoot.
Well, now we don't gotta worry about it, so.
Look out! Behind you!
Now we can just shoot with impunity.
They're holding him in that room over there.
Hey, you ready for a boss fight?
You're Rambo. Drop your weapon or I fry the hostage. I'm the barbecue. You're the meat.
I reckon I could do this. Yeah, as long as it's shooting the targets to dodge, yeah, I can do this.
Action.
One credit clear dream is still alive. For now. They're really putting these targets anywhere, though. They don't really correspond to the action at all in the way that I would have expected. Ghost Squad was really good about that, about the kinetics of that.
You're damn right I can. Let's go. Come on.
Now let's bust out of this joint.
What was that? We've got an intruder!
Shoot.
Whoop! If anyone spots any health, I'd love to see it. I'd love to have it. Got medals for days, though. Oh, this is getting a little tougher now. There aren't much to say. I'm really concentrating. I'm really invested in trying to one credit clear this now by the skin of my damn teeth. I still have Rambo rage. Fuck it, use it. There we go. I found bonus lives. Oh, we are so here for this. We so got this. All right, everybody. It's on. I'm cracking my knuckles. Oh, man. I'm pumped for this.
Rambo and Colonel Troutman escaped from
Alright, give me some extra lives too. Give me some rewards. Give me some bonuses. For being so damn pretty at this. Oh, level's not quite over. Alright. Alright, can do. I don't have any Rambo Rage saved up, unfortunately. Ooh. I'm not gonna make it easy. I have just the slightest amount of wiggle room here.
Success. Shoot.
Ay, ay, ay.
Success.
I feel like I give a lot of warnings. Oh, no!
The game will
Wait! I took 2 damage there!
mode.
How did I take 2 damage with 1 hit? You can't do that! That's not allowed! Again?
1 damage.
2 damage? That's not allowed! Well, I guess the dream is dead now.
If you continue, the game will start with a bonus life.
What the fuck? Just out of absolutely fucking nowhere, it's just like, why not? They've been doing well to this point. Well, we cut their score in half twice. One of these days I'll come back and I'll 1 credit clear this one. They just made it personal. This is my own personal war now. But I'm still mad at this game. I'm still miffed. I am taking it personally.
We did it, John. Well done.
Don't say perfect.
Impressive. Like you've still got what it takes.
Yeah, well. I feel like I could have done better on that, you know? Alright, last stage.
Surrounded by a massive enemy.
And you see, it wraps back around. This is where the game began, and now it's where it ends. We came around full circle.
But the enemies.
The master storytellers at SEGA.
It's good timing. What are friends for?
Hey, hey, hey. What if this final level was just this screen? No movement, no kinetics. Just an endless waves of goons for me to haplessly mow down. Still on the lookout for those medals. I'm still going for a high score at least. You'll see my previous high score is on this. Well, that's not gonna be good for the Mujahideen. They're our friends, you know. At least that's what Rambo 3 taught me. Surely nothing happened since that movie came out. Might as well, right? Yeah, especially if they're gonna toss so much bullshit at us. They're asking for me to use this. Why were you still giving me warnings? I killed literally like 500 of your dudes. Fun fact, this game in Vietnam, because they decided they should release this in Vietnam for some reason, despite, you know, the plot of Rambo. And they just call it Iran War. The name of the cabinet is just Iran War, and that's in that region of the world, which is not entirely descriptive, necessarily, of the contents of the game. Why do we even have the enemy health bars at the top here? We all know this is going to end with the exploding arrow. Yeah. Get hit and lose a life.
Shoot. Player 1 success.
Direct hit, but you're going to need more than arrows. Then why do we switch to the arrow, then? I assume the LMG would do more. Oh, here we go. You're in the tank, thanks. Helps to have some spatial awareness. I have only one chance as the audio falls apart. I wonder if pausing and unpausing will fix the audio or just make it worse. Just made it worse. Oh, there we go. Good enough is. And I'm the victorious jouster there. Now, do I get a perfect for that stage? No, just impressive. All right. Oh man, this audio is rough. There's still some work to be done in this emulation.
Rambo's heroic battle is now over, and he is once again burdened with deep sorrow. It's said that old soldiers never die, they just fade away. But Rambo's legacy of deep sorrow, burning rage, and iron determination will never fade. His strength... will never be forgotten, so long as we tell his heroic tales.
That's the takeaway you have? That's the takeaway Sega had from the Rambo franchise? That's the message they were trying to get across? Ay. Well, hit my fucking screen. Not quite the one credit clear I was hoping for, but can't always get what you want. Maybe I'll practice more of that. Come back with that. But yeah, that was Rambo, 2008's Rambo, courtesy of Sega. It's great that Technoparrot has this. Could use a little work in the audio department. I'm sure there's people looking at that. Technoparrot is still very much under active development. So, hopefully sooner rather than later. Fingers crossed. Obviously, that was just one game tonight. I still have a few more.
How you live, John? Day by day.
With deep sorrow. Hoping that people continue to tell my tales, my heroic tales. Rambo story continues indeed. Continue the very same year with that 2008 Rambo movie. I think that was a 2008 movie. Was it 2006? It was a 2000s movie.
Hero.
I'm almost ready to fill Rambo's shoes. I still got a little ways to go. Second place score. Gotta put my name in. All right.
Game over.
How much more did I score my first time through? Will it cut to the... There we go. All right. It's close. 4%. All right, though. We'll close out of that one. We'll move on to our next game. These are going something like in order of decreasing quality, maybe? That's certainly the best one I had on hand tonight. Because the next game we're going to play is an interesting one. I'll say that. This isn't necessarily bad. It's just strange in its ways. This is SEGA Golden Gun. This was a game that Sega made for the Chinese markets. In the same way that there was Asian Dynamite, the Dynamite Deca spinoff that was made specifically for the Chinese audience. This is something that Sega had done a few times in their illustrious careers. So yeah, this is a game that I don't think we ever saw sight of here in the States or anywhere else in the world for that matter outside of China, but it is preserved here. Elvis the Culture Advisor asking, is it like Golden Axe but with a gun? Not quite. This game is a work of fiction, by the way. All names, characters, places, and instances are entirely imaginary. I'm not sure if that's true. This is one of the loudest games I've ever played in my fucking life. I had to tweak the audio so much to not make it blown out garbage that people would tune out of immediately.
The Golden Gun. The evil forces await.
Once again, I have the opportunity to revitalize Tao of Peace.
What about trying out the power of that football yourself?
Well, my lovely babies, you look delicious enough to eat.
Show me what you got.
A question mark from Journey to the West. Definitely not Sun Wukong. God forbid we mention them by name. So this is in fact, as Johnny Baggett points out, built off the House of the Dead 4 engine and assets to some extent. Repurposed. Let me change the window position real quick. It means the audio is going to cut out for a second, but it's going to be easier for me to play. Yeah, so you'll see some similarities to the House of the Dead, to be sure. The appeal of this is the voice acting, is the English language voice acting.
Sight mark is shown in the aiming direction. Player 1 is...
And, you know, it's not to make fun of, you know, the voice acting necessarily. I mean, it is making fun. We are having fun about it because, you know, they have native English speakers. It's not like, you know, a matter of accents or whatever. It's a matter of, like, literal translation of the script. So it just results in very clunky dialogue. These actors are giving it all they got trying to read it out loud for us, but... Also, this game has a lot of odd similarities to a game that is certainly a Bad Game Hall of Fame contender by the name of Legendary. We'll get there when we get there. It might also be similar to Alone in the Dark 2008, which we've played. Again, we will get there. I want to see if this demo, this intro, explains some of the mechanics of the item shop. Doesn't look like it will. Yeah, might as well just start it then.
It's the women are not inferior to men.
Premium start.
Let's play as the lady. This game is rife with monetization stuff. They really want you to put in extra money to get bonuses. That is a big thing with this game. And naturally, because we're playing free play, that just means we just get everything for free. So just interesting how Sega thought that this was an idea that would gel with this particular market. And, you know, presumably, like, I have no reason to think it wouldn't.
Wow.
What?
Take this. You mean we should be heroes, right?
Shut up! It's coming!
All right, auspicious beginnings. I guess we should be heroes. I mean, the security guard gave us a gun.
Run!
No, nothing to do but become heroes with that. Let's see if we can get some of the loot here. What's going on? This shit is popping off immediately. You don't even have time to think about, like, what the fuck is happening here. Okay, how did I take damage there? I'm better than that. Maybe I shouldn't rely on the game's auto-reload. Like, as you drain the magazine, it automatically reloads your gun so long as you continue to hold on the trigger, but I should just still be right-clicking to have the aim off-screen, you know, the equivalent thereof. Always better to manually reload than to rely on the game. Oh man, I totally didn't get whatever that treasure was up there.
We did it! Shoot!
Not a perfect playthrough by any stretch. Magic Man was asking, is this Gal Gun? Yeah, you got it in one.
Results. I don't think they can follow us up here.
Nothing beats a free ride.
It's still good enough for an S rank. I'll take it.
Happy we're lucky this time. Stage select.
Now we can choose to tackle these stages in any order we like. I'll just do it left to right.
Hey, we're not part of this event.
You always choose such tragical places for dating.
Is tragical a word? I don't think tragical is. Tragic, yes.
What's that yellow light? Is that a searchlight?
Someone's asking for a favor?
Go and have a look. Maybe we could be rescued.
Searchlight? The favors thing I get is like being like, you know, a favor, asking a favor of the gods and...
Spend score to get items. Shoot items you want to purchase.
Oh, buddy. Sega daring to ask. Y'all ever play Resident Evil? That's all I really need. I don't need the magazine to be any bigger. Just give me all the damage. And you can buy a shotgun, but only for 6 seconds at a time.
Exchange chance.
Spend credit to earn more score in return to the shop.
Yeah, so again, we can just put more money in the machine to get extra points, to have extra spending money. Sold out. We maxed out the attack damage. I guess that means there's nothing left to upgrade but this other stuff. But yeah, the shotgun seems useless to me because you only get it for 6 seconds at a time. And who's to say we're about to be like immediately assaulted by guards? If it was like bullets, like, you know, you get 60 shotgun bullets, that'd be something. So I don't necessarily get what they're going for with that. Yeah, we already have as powerful a gun as we're gonna get in this game. So the progression element is interesting, to have like progression in the middle of a playthrough, to have some amount of like specking. To be able to trade in your score for...
You history idiot. Watch out!
Yellow turbans, you history idiot. Remember when they said this game wasn't gonna have any real people in it, that anything like similarities would be pure coincidence? You can't do that, then also pull from real history. You know? It's not how that works. It's not how that disclaimer works. Ay, ay, ay.
It's a dead end.
I wonder if I'll lose all my upgrades if I die. I'm hoping not. I'm assuming not. I'm assuming the monetization would make more sense if they just continued to be like, just keep putting quarters in. We're not gonna make you like pay for all the stuff you already paid for, but you know, you want to maintain those stats, right? You want to maintain your high damage. Having conversations about Chinese New Year's and years of the so on and so forth. Can you tell this game was made for the Chinese market?
Let's go upstairs. We can see more clearly from there.
You seldom say something as useful as this.
These two should just break up. They seem like they're not happy together. I mean, I guess this is the sort of experience that'll, like, you know, bond you forever. Fighting off waves of, zombies? Of apparitions? At all?
Another bad idea. You fooled me again.
Let me check out your skills.
Very cool. I'll just get all those points if you don't mind. There we go.
That guy was dreadful.
Shit ton of points.
We should go forward.
To answer your question from am I flying solo today, Magic Meows, yes I am. As mentioned earlier, Sharky is stuck in the Curian Mansion at the moment. So they were not able to make it to the stream tonight. This lady is such a whiner.
Serious?
Of course! It's the only shortcut! They're stupid. They're trying to chase it.
Big mouth.
No thank you. I hate when enemies toss projectiles in games like this, toss like throwing knives and stuff. I hate it because I'm bad at it. At least with the mouse I'm probably much better with the real gun, or the real light gun in hand. In fact, I know for a fact I'm better with the real light gun in hand.
No life left. Continue.
Oh, there's even a little roulette, so if I stop it at just the right time, I can get all sorts of bonuses.
You win the bonus!
I guess I got 4 rockets. And now we're just back to this. Hell of a bonus.
Full time to go that way!
This way!
Darn it! Welcome. Here are some weapons and armors for you to choose from.
Oh, armors to choose. Wait, hold on. I absolutely shot him. I wanted to do some shopping. I guess I'll have to get him next time. Shit. They give you, like, no time to react to that, dude. I was ready to give the game more money. More of my imaginary money. I was ready to put more imaginary yuan? What's the currency in China at this current juncture?
Go, go, go! Keep on shooting!
Say bye-bye to 3,000 years of history.
Bye-bye 3,000 years of history.
Who hindered my mantra?
I think he's not asking for help.
Son of yellow turbans, I'll revitalize Tao of Peace by dint of your power.
I'm always saying this.
Shoot!
Cool boss fight music, though. Maximum damage. Did I mention this is the loudest game in the universe? It's not only that the sounds are mixed super loud, so they're all like completely blown out at all times, but it's also the fact that they stack on top of each other.
Turn your head. Mighty spirits, give me eternal strength. Let's see if you can dodge this.
Something tells me I can't. Because this is bullshit. Well, at least they gave me a second there to actually, like, hit them. How am I supposed to time it with them spinning so rapidly?
Wait for punishments.
Destroy them one by one!
I don't even know what I'm shooting out of the air right now. This was not clearly explained. By Jove, I think I got him.
How can it be? Am I going to sleep for another 1,000 years?
Looks like it, buddy.
Downtown's rap art is nothing more than I've heard.
Results.
Hey, let's go take the subway again.
You are my heroine! No one can ever beat you!
I mean, we did lose a life. We did have to continue.
Do you believe this is happening?
Being superstitious is not your style.
Superstition. We're literally fighting demons in the streets. This ain't a matter of superstition, buddy.
It's too quiet here.
Or this is the serenity before a storm.
Where's my favorite merchant? Gotta be around here somewhere, right?
Walk by, pass by, never welcome.
Here we go. Weakener 1. Alright, so we still have that maxed out. I don't know, like, how these stack. Or I'm not even sure what these do. Oh, they're sold out, though. Which means there's really nothing left to buy except, like, life? Nah, we'll save it.
Exchange chance!
Oh, we have an exchange chance, though, you see.
To earn more score in return to the
Hey, I'll gladly give you a coin today for 10,000 credits tomorrow. Now let's hold on to them.
It's too dangerous. Sometimes the coward survives.
Very often the coward survives, as it turns out. For those of you who are just joining us, we're playing Sega's Golden Gun, a rail shooter for the Chinese market. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, finally got new enemies in this level.
We can't waste time. Shoot!
Not yet. The only way is to destroy them.
Run!
You're fast when you're running away.
I don't really know how much danger we were in of getting hit by these orbs, right? Okay, these ones maybe. These ones, yeah. Those two just phase through me. Alright, I'm starting to feel not having maximum bullets. Maybe I should invest in having larger magazine capacity at a certain point. I can see the advantage now, being able to just hold it down for longer.
What's that? No, don't.
Johnny Baggett saying these are literally House of the Dead enemies, these swamp monsters. Yeah. Like you said, this is built off of House of the Dead 4.
Shoot! Come on.
You again? How annoying.
just so.
A weird guy is keeping a close watch on us.
I seem to have forgotten something.
Oh no, did we leave the oven on at home?
That's it.
It's a dead end and you're laughing?
It's the only way.
Oh no, my pants are gonna get wet.
So cold.
Oh hey, more House of the Dead enemies. Some of this damage, I telling you, some of this is just unavoidable, as far as I can tell, which would match with just how wild the monetization this game is. Like, you would imagine an American arcade game that like had this like a full-on economy in it that you had to keep putting quarters in to just like upgrade your stats or whatever. Like, maybe we did we have that at some point? I think maybe, did Gauntlet have that, now that I think about it? Is that where they got the idea from? Double Dragon 3 USA. Thank you, Johnny. That is what I was thinking of there, I believe.
Shoot! It shouldn't come again.
It shouldn't come again. I bet you we'll be hit with those orbs again in like 2 seconds. Let's not kid ourselves here. Hate to break it to you, dude, you're in a rail shooter. Funnily enough, it was the worst thing I could think of.
Are you sure it's this way?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Wait, to your right!
Or coming out from the left.
You know, this banter, it's cute. Cute's not the right word for it. It's adorable that they put it in there. It's adorable they thought this would be a good idea and not grating. But you know what it is? It's grating. I'm not sure what I was shooting that one guy on the ground for.
It's for such a beautiful place.
And you're one of them to pay.
saw the no smoking sign there, and it just makes me remember that I'm still trying to quit cigarettes and that it could be going better.
Same. I don't know which way. That's the easier way.
Why can't it ever be easy?
Let's choose the light side.
I didn't have a choice there was a weird thing. You think they say, which way do we go? They would be like, you know, you make the decision. Do you want to go left or right? But no, they just kind of took that out of our hands. They'll give us the choice to keep putting money in the machine. Piercing shots. Quick reload. Can I get even quicker reload? No, it's sold out. I'm glad I had the money for it, though. And you know what? Fuck it. Oh wait, no, hold on. These are completely different type of ammo.
Spend credit to earn more score.
Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have stopped clicking after the first click there. Well, we'll see what these piercing bolts are all about.
It's surprising you can escape from my death football. You deserve praise.
Death football?
He's the guy who's always bringing us trouble.
Look there.
Oh no, it's Cisco. They're unleashing the dragon on us.
This is my real power. Shoot.
So what are these piercing bullets gonna do for us? Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. Literally just a money trap. Oh wait, look at that quick reload though. Quick reload's like no reload at all. I can just hold the trigger down. I do have to get better about the aiming here, but this feels kind of fucking ridiculous. This might as well be a light machine gun in our hands.
Dragon, take me and obtain my power.
Again, this is one where doing this with a mouse and trying to drag it along the screen is a lot harder than the alternative. People don't seem to understand that. People seem to think that a mouse makes life a million times easier for these rail shooter games, and it could not be further from the case.
This attack is not one that you can easily deal with.
Oh no, I'm quaking in my boots. You're right, that wasn't easy to deal with. That was very easy to deal with.
In my opinion, you should join the Chinese football team.
Talk too much.
Oh boy, you never shut up.
You are my heroine. No one can ever beat you.
Oh, that's sweet of them to say. Definitely strokes my ego.
Okay, make the call, quick.
I heard you forgot to bring your cell phone. So did I.
Johnny Baghead. Oh, first of all, let me answer Battle Tango 9, who asked, "What is this?" This is Sega's Golden Gun. Just Golden Gun.
Is she a survivor?
Wait, hold on.
She looks strange. Be careful.
Shoot!
Ska music. All right. We're still maxed out on that. We absolutely don't need the magazine at this point. Johnny Back had asked, have you tried using the Wiimote? I think it would work well with Techno Parrot via D-Mul Shooter. Maybe I do have D-Mul Shooter, and I do have Wiimote in the sensor bar. But no, that's how I did the original Death Crimson article for BadGameHallOfFame.com/Death-Crimson. But I should have just used a mouse for that. What I need is a proper Cinderella. I need one that handles like a gun. I need that grip. I need point your finger forward, aiming at the screen. That's the goal. It's a Sinden Light Gun. That is the one that will solve all my woes. Is Vampire Knight gonna appear in this stream? Not this one, but you know, I might just keep doing Light Gun Extravaganzas, just to pop myself, really, just to amuse myself more than anything, more than anyone else. You know, y'all free to tune out if you don't want to see me fucking play Light Gun games. I don't need anything from you, shopkeep. But we'll do more Light Gun games in future. That's all I'm trying to say, is that we will
Maybe she's over there.
Huh?
Look, I'm attracting beautiful girls.
Not again.
I mean, dude has that coming. Say that in front of his girlfriend? Presumably? Or maybe there's like childhood friends? Who's to say? This game is not giving us much in the way of details. Mood Garden? Where's she going? She's probably running away from the monsters.
Stop.
If she's not just directly responsible for them, my dude.
Girl.
I never ran away from a fight. I can't believe the soundtrack to this game. It is great. Not as good as Rambo. Still a step down from Rambo, but we ain't gonna top Jack trades tonight. Vampire Knight's pretty cool, though. To come back around to that point, Vampire Knight, pretty good.
Look, everything comes to those who wait. We got her. What's this? It's so gross.
Icky.
Hey, where's she going?
You know, she's swimming across.
Why do I have a strange feeling about her? Could she be a ghost?
Oh no, you did Rambo So Sorry as a Battletech 09. Oh no, that game's great. Both versions. The arcade game was the one we played, the Sega arcade, but the Teon game, also great. Rambo the video game. Love them both.
Let's go.
How do we get there?
I might still like the Teon game more. Truth be told. But we'll play that on stream one of these days.
During love time, couples who go in there fun and bad.
What do they want us to do?
Fall in love, obviously. Also, the frame rate is dipping in this section. My love style determines my death style. My love style.
Thanks to you.
All these third wheels hopping on. Can't you see I'm trying to mac here with my best girl? This came from the malt shop.
Let's get started then. I've learned a lot.
You are annoying, but I have to admit, you are hard to defeat.
It's actually the easiest enemy we faced so far.
Here's what
Alright, what do you got? Oh, wait, maybe I should have saved my money. Maybe I should have not blown it all on that and seen what this orb is. Whoops. Yeah, well, just as well.
Exchange tab.
credit to earn more score in return.
I'll take the credits, though.
Thanks for coming.
I'm trying to shoot her. That little guy poking out from underneath. That's cute.
Hey, girl!
Danger! Run!
We just saved her life.
We nearly got her attention.
This lady is tuned out.
Why does it open automatically?
Let's go anyways. She's there.
Unbelievable! She's really here.
Hey, look here.
Hey, what's happening?
It is so hard to follow, like, whatever logic is supposed to be here in this game. I mean, there ain't none, but, you know, this plot is all over the place. This progression, this series of events that's ostensibly taking us from point A to B. Maybe makes more sense in the original Chinese, in the original Mandarin. I'm seeing people talking about Lovecraft Light Gun games. You know, we could play... What was I supposed to do there?
How could it be?
I did everything I could as far as shooting that is concerned. I have the most powerful bullets. I have infinite stream of ammo. I was aiming at the target. Anyway, Silent Hill the Arcade, I guess is the closest we're gonna get to a Lovecraft arcade game.
Hey, baby. Are you okay?
Do you want to play with me? Uh-huh. King Joe won't forgive you. I will serve you with all my heart.
Oh, thank you. That's what I call customer service. Oh, I see, we're shooting the tail there. The crosshair gives you an idea of where you're aiming, but you still need to actually aim at the actual polygons. Oh. Distraction. I like the way she fights. Oh, hold on. There we go. Evel's culture writer asks, I was AFK literally a minute. Why are we shooting a lady who seems to be minding her own business? And then, oh.
You're really naughty, guys. Come on, baby.
Oh, she's making me feel funny.
Please accept my love. Uh-huh. She is beautiful.
Even the lady's saying it. I like it. I feel bad about this one.
Dangerous beauty.
Another lifetime, maybe.
You deserve it.
Results.
Johnny Baghead. Playing Golden Gun. I hope this doesn't awaken something in me.
You are my heroine. No one can ever beat you.
I do appreciate this game, you know, for all the banter being what it is. Wait, hold on, we're going to the SEGA building!
It's so strange. Hey, why would that...
I was gonna, you know...
Let's go after it.
It's Sun Wukong!
Let's go.
No joking. He's our enemy, isn't he?
You may notice the enemies you defeated are 4 mythical beasts.
Actually, there are only 3.
They were mythical beasts, but now being controlled by evil spirit. Thanks to your efforts, there's just one left. The most troublesome.
That bird! It's Vermilion Bird, right?
Vermilion Bird obeys the order from the Emperor to mass energy.
What the heck does it want?
It's attempting to use original powers to revive weird monsters.
Alright. This rules. This fucking whips.
Follow me.
Follow you anywhere, Sun Wukong. Have you read our article on Super Monkey Daiboken? I'm very flattering to you.
How big?
Shoot!
This is a fucking video game. That's the surprising thing? That's what you're concerned about? Oh, I guess I should have known to shoot the one on the right first. Shotgun time. Only 6 seconds of it though, however long.
Now, it's time to release the real power of your weapon.
What?
This is a special weapon. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I had a hunch with the infinite ammo and whatnot.
I feel it's suitable for the game.
What? Did this break the fourth wall?
Throw your bullets towards that guy.
Weird time for it, but sure, why not?
Time to let him meet his maker.
Fuck yeah.
Well done. The town must be restored then.
Okay, that's it. Okay, clearly I didn't get the best ending. There's probably alternate endings, you know, this being a House of the Dead game in spirit. And then with the building blocks for it, there's probably a better ending than that. But I will still give myself... BattleTank09 says, I wonder if you bought the 100k item gives you an ending.
The end of the journey.
Somehow, I have a feeling of loneliness and loss.
Well, you did show some moves.
What? Are you trying to flirt with me? You have good taste.
You fool! It was exciting. Well, let's go to the arcade and play House of the Dead game.
Alright, good enough. That's good enough for an ending.
Final results.
But I wonder if that 100k item does give you another ending, potentially. Oh, there we are.
Game over.
So it's interesting that, you know, you're sacrificing your place in the leaderboard to get, you know, to get those items and whatnot. Oh, scores spent gained in item shop were not calculated in ranking. Okay, never mind. So, complete opposite of what I was saying then. Yeah, so I should appear here then, right? Yeah, okay. I feel like I could one credit clear that too at a certain point. I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to master that. But, again, work of fiction. Those yellow turbans, entirely imaginary, I tell you what. That was Golden Gun. It was certainly something. I can't say it was bad. It was pretty enjoyable for what it was. The microtransactions, if you can call them that, the credit schemes to get you to put more money in were pretty insidious. And there were a few things that felt like complete bullshit in terms of like damage that I just couldn't avoid. But all in all, goofy. By the time that ska music was kicking in, I was feeling it. So I'm still coming away pretty positively from that one. Would have been nice to have gotten that in the States. But, you know, alas, we can play it now. We can play it for ourselves here and now with the power of a techno parrot and the power of this modern era of games preservation. Unfortunately, another game that's preserved is Paradise Lost, also known as Far Cry Paradise Lost, which is a Far Cry arcade game from 2007, based on the first Far Cry game. We're gonna launch this now. I saved the worst for last, maybe last. Maybe I'll play one more after this. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see how I feel at the end of this one. But you know, Far Cry as a first-person shooter, already kind of dicey, a little ropey. Already not like the best of first-person shooters. So to turn that into a rail shooter, I don't know. It could be an improvement potentially. It certainly can't get worse than the original Far Cry. Ay. So, the question is, does this use assets from the original Far Cry? Are these actual assets, or are these just recreations? Or I'm imagining that Ubisoft, with the publishing, probably said, take these models, take these environments, build yourself a little rail shooter for us, and we'll put it in the arcades somewhere. I ain't never seen this in arcades, I can tell you that much. Is there supposed to be a movie playing here? Alright, something tells me the emulation in this one isn't perfect in terms of, like, FMVs or whatever else. We can still start it off. We can still play the game. That's the key thing. 54-second shoot map to play. Well, we'll just go from easy to hard. Ah, it's one of these. Little kill counter on the gun, though. That's a nice touch, I guess. Sock Puppet Kingdom saying, God, Far Cry's pre-2 history was so weird. Just increasingly worse and jankier retellings of the original. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. That Wii version is certainly something. But, this first load always seems to take a while. There we go. Who do we play as in this first one? In the first Far Cry, is it like Jack Carver, I think his name is? We'll see him shortly. Yeah, this game is all about mounted guns. We go from spot to spot using turrets. No need to worry about picking up weapons or reloading. It is just aim and shoot. As simple as this gets. I mean, we also have a grenade key, I guess, whatever that's worth, but, don't need to use that straight away. And also, is one of those games where you straight up cannot avoid taking damage from certain enemies. They just come in too quickly, too far apart. Alright, look at this guy. Look at his right arm. Doesn't it look like he should be carrying a gun? But he's not? Yeah, that's... What a weird... It's like they had a gun at a certain point. They had the idea this would just be a more conventional rail shooter. With, like, you know, him carrying around a pistol or assault rifle or whatever else. And then at a certain point, they're like, no, that would be... We don't want to glorify guns. Just make it so he uses mounted guns. Like, some kind of weird, like, not actually a solution to the problem. Or not even a real problem that exists in the first place. Alright, so we upgrade our grenades to rockets, or mortars, more likely. We use those to take out vehicles. Are y'all beginning to see that we're in for another however long of this? That the entire game is just gonna play out like this, basically? This is what all the raw thrills arcade games feel like to me. Like that Halo game they have, the Terminator game they made. This all their rail shooters, all their really boring rail shooters where you just hold down a trigger, take unavoidable damage, pump in more quarters, and then prolong the experience as much as you're willing to, as long as you're willing to hold out for. It's just not exciting, and so much of this is so stationary is a big problem with this. You'll find that the best rail shooters are ones that keep you on the move, where your characters are running around. You may not be, you may not have agency over it, but it has action that you can track, that you can keep up with, that you can put yourself in, like, the shoes of. You can understand why a character would choose to dodge or roll in this direction at this time. And the camera work will hopefully be effective in such a way that you're not, like, disoriented by it. And, you know, that's a really hard thing to balance. It's a really, like, hard thing to figure out, actually, as it turns out. Which is why so many of these bad rail shooters don't even try and are just completely stationary, wave-based survival things like this is. So that's a little game design freebie. I'm just giving them away here. Or Time Crisis giving you a cover button, like Johnny Baghead points out. If you want an example of a game that does the kinetics really bad in some really funny ways, I know we mentioned it earlier because Death Crimson is on the mind today, but original Death Crimson on Saturn, you know, legendary rail shooter in my mind, the Emperor of Kusoge itself. But there are scenes in that game where your character will combat Echizen, will just, like, apropos of absolutely nothing, jump up on top of a pillar, jump like 20 feet into the air without telling you he's about to do it, and you just have to, like, keep track of that or just, like, reconcile with that. You get onto the final level where you're on the alien ship, and he just does a combat roll once, and the entire camera rotates ass over tea kettle, and it's, like, legitimately sickening. Johnny Baghead also pointing out one of my favorite games of all time, Police 911, also known as Police 24/7, also known as any number of things. the Kaisetsukan, which is the motion tracking rail shooter, where if you were lucky enough to play it in an arcade, they had these elaborate rigs where it would track your movement so you could like literally dodge the bullets with your body. And I adored that game. There's a version of it on PS2 that has iToy compatibility, and I would love to get some version of that up and running. Because that game is so good. This game is not so good. This game is a little lacking. Flawless victory. I think that's copyrighted. I think Midway, I think NetherRealm might have something to say about the use of that trademarked. I also see mention of the Jurassic Park games from Battletech 09. I like the one based on the third movie. That one. I don't love the old like scalar one, the Sega classic one that people seem to like, because you have to sit inside the cool like truck booth style cabinet, which is like always a fun gimmick when they do that. But that game is just not compelling to me in the way that you're rowing down countless dinosaurs. I get that. I get how that could be exciting. It was exciting when we were doing it in Rambo, but just for whatever reason, it did not strike a chord with me in the way that the more traditional Lost World or Jurassic Park 3, whatever the name of the third Jurassic Park 3 movie is, in the name of the video game that is. We should probably use our grenades here. It's occurring to me. That guy went flying. This game is really proud of its ragdolls. And, you know, credit to them. They are fun ragdolls. And yeah, there are people also mentioning the modern Jurassic Park arcade machine, probably by way of Raw Thrills, and I have not played that because I don't want to. Just like that Star Wars Battle Pod, where they tried to make like a really lame remake of Star Wars Trilogy Arcade, and like you're never gonna top Star Wars Trilogy Arcade, so why even try? I guess because all those old machines are no longer in working order is the answer to that particular query. No, well, we died because I don't know if you noticed. I don't know if anyone here noticed or not, but the enemies have gone from doing less than 1 damage to doing a full point of damage, to doing 2 points of damage, to doing 4 points of damage, to doing 10 points of damage with a single shot at this point. That's how the game scales difficulty. The longer you play, the more damage the enemies do. It's not a matter of timing. It's not a matter of beating them before they beat you. It's just the counter rolled over. We played too long, and so the game would not tolerate that, so it had to throw something in our way to make it so that we could not progress on that track anymore. Now, granted, every arcade game does this in some capacity. Not in terms of pure damage scaling. That's bullshit. But like that Rambo game we played at the very beginning, like what they were doing is they were making the QTEs that much harder. They were making the enemy reaction times that much quicker. And so it gets to a point, there is like some sort of ceiling on that, I imagine. You know, that's classic arcade stuff. That's classic hucksterism. That's classic carny shit that they pull. It's just more egregious in a game like this, which is otherwise so boring, which is otherwise so simple, where, you know, they're tossing so many dudes at us, it doesn't really matter. I can talk freely while playing this one because I don't have to concentrate at all. I just have to react to the changing pixels on the screen and then vaguely gesture my mouse in these directions on these entirely static screens. So, you know, it's more forgivable in a game which puts a little more fucking effort in than this one does. You know what I mean? Would you believe me if I told you we're working up to a boss battle here, by the way? I have not finished the entirety of this game, but I have played too much of this game, to be sure. Check the Discord for me playing just random games on random nights at random hours of the day. You know, and you know, for folk who are in Discord, sorry if this is all a very repetitive stream, if this is stuff you've all seen before. But, you know, sometimes we gotta show the outside world. Sometimes I just want to play my Light Gun games and enjoy myself a bit. You know, even a bad game like this, I mean, I'm not getting any joy out of it right now, but if I had the peripheral in hand, if I was squeezing the trigger on the, like, an actual, like, physical thing, I get caught up in this. I get caught up in the furor and in the fun of this. Huh. Is something supposed to, like, come out of there, or... I know that the text is about to cover it up. Oh, no, okay, I guess whatever happened there was, I guess it solved itself. Top quality here. I would imagine, like, some AI got stuck. An energy shield? Since fucking when? A lot of fanfare for this boss, huh? Alright, so impervious to bullets, but is he impervious to these explosives? How do I make the barrel come down? I just had to wait for it? I literally couldn't have done anything else in the meantime? Oh, you mean like this barrel here? I can like shoot this as much as I want, but it's not gonna like accelerate the process here of a barrel coming out? You mean I just have no choice but to take damage during this fight against this boss? And that's how all the boss fights in this are gonna work? Fuck you, Global VR. You scumbags. Hey, we're 1/5 done. That somehow felt longer than every game we've played tonight combined. That one stage. But we are 1/5 of the way through. Alright, these are the medals we're going for. You think I have like a shit ton of multi-kill medals and headhunter medals? Like I've been going for headshots, believe it or not. It has to load the assets. It has to dump the VRAM from the previous stage that we just played. Oh boy, imagine waiting in real time for this at an arcade. Mommy, is the machine broken? Did it just eat my fucking quarter? Native Village. Should I be worried about this stage? I can't remember in the original Far Cry what that would correspond to. I don't recall caricatures appearing in that first game, but remains to be seen. I have so many grenades. It occurs to me, like, why am I even bothering to shoot half these dudes? I guess because ostensibly we will eventually run out of grenades. But in the meantime... How is this animation still that bad looking? Okay, no, he actually is moving both his arms in this one. Okay, maybe not. It looked like it from behind. Also, so many light machine guns mounted in this place. Very convenient. You think at a certain point he would just pick up a gun for himself, just to be safe. Just like have a pistol, like, or in a holster or something. Observe the ragdolls. The one thing this game has going for— oh my god, that guy just like leaped out of the building. Let him cook, let him cook. Alright. Coming back and saying the reason we can't have a gun is because the guns are all ID tagged. Damn the Patriots. Boss? Already? We're launching rockets at the fucking thing. Health flow? I can't... I can't do anything about that. I'm shooting as fast as the gun is letting me shoot. There is no way to contest that damage or to be like, nah, I can't shoot the bullets out of the air. I can shoot the missiles, but I can't shoot the fucking... Just straight up bullshit, this game. Just absolutely, like... Bye, buddy. Just blatantly unfair. I think the Wii game might be better than this. At least that one lets you do, like, dual pistols and dual SMGs, so... Which makes it an objectively good game, actually, as it turns out. According to my law, according to Cassidy's law, if a game lets you shoot 2 guns at the same time, if it lets you go guns akimbo, it actually can't be a bad game. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Even though I'm literally naming this rule after myself, I'm just here to enforce them. Maybe if I had a light machine gun in each hand, that could save this game. Johnny Baggett saying, just like GoldenEye Rogue Age. Okay, that's the exception that proves the rule. That's the one game with guns akimbo that I can't defend. Article on the site GoldenEye Rogue Agent, or badgamehalloffame.com/goldeneye-rogue-agents. We even covered the DS game that went on to become the foundation of all the Call of Duty DS games, and was originally planned to be the Halo DS game engine, which is a thing that was pitched and that like 2 videos exist of gameplay of, and that people still don't believe exists, even though it's like fairly easy to intuit what the pitch process was for that, and just like to understand why it didn't get approved. But interesting little rabbit hole in games history and in games pitching and prototyping. Endspace, I believe, the developer of that. But I wonder what Global VR has done. With a name like that, I imagine them being like, you know, making like beachhead-style arcade games that just leverage like really old like VR tech, just like the goggles you'd put over your face and you sort of spin around in circles. You can't actually freely look around. It's just like LCD screens embedded in like the headset thing. I imagine like a company of that sort of like virtuality grade shit. Except virtuality was better than Beachhead. How about Beachhead, huh? Anyone know the Beachhead series? Everyone remember that when they tried to make it an NFT metaverse thing on PC? Where they tried to bring back Beachhead as its own standalone universe with its own currency and like live in-game performances and like this whole like economy of shit that was just like a bunch of Web 3.0 buzzwords. But like again, it was all tied to Beachhead, the game where you like simulate D-Day at the arcade. You strap a fucking thing to your head and you operate a mounted gun. That's the game that was gonna clearly shepherd us into the Web 4.0, really. That was the game that was gonna make NFTs like viable, and we lost it. We weren't ready for it. And with a name like Beachhead, how could it have failed? With licensing like that? Someone look that up for me. Someone get the name of that fucking Beachhead game, please. So people don't think I'm just like going crazy here. Someone confirm for me that I'm not just like inventing some memory right now, please. That I haven't gone senile yet. It's coming soon. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm limited time before this brain of mine just completely deteriorates, but hoping to get big before then. That I can just coast. Man, some of the animations here, I don't know if you can tell or not, but the guys coming from the right-hand side of the screen, these guys are just literally popping in. So that's cool. That guy's stuck on geometry. I'm just gonna leave him be. We'll come back to him. These guys are just gonna keep popping out of thin air. Yeah, yeah. Very cool. I was hoping more dudes would jump out of the right-hand side of the screen there, but... Oh, I think there's a second guy stuck there now. Well, let's let him figure it out. Let's give him a fair chance. Oh, they just automatically kill him at a certain point. And then only for the next guy to come in and take his place. Kill him anytime I want. This is a good way to, like, you know, give yourself bathroom breaks while you're playing an arcade game. If you're just like, yeah, I know it, like, at this point, and when I make it to this stage, there's gonna be a guy who gets caught on the fucking boxes. And that'll give us, like, a full 2 minutes to run to the bathroom, if we need to. Great. This is a product. It's the most generous way I can describe this whole fucking kip and caboodle that we're looking at right now. Is this the worst rail shooter I've ever played? Wait, I had 50 health. You telling me they did a shot that did 50 health in one shot? I want a fucking replay on that. And now they're only gonna do one shot per attack at this point, just because, you know, we reset the timer. Maybe because I wasted so much time on those guys, because I let them cook. It somehow scaled up the damage per shot from the enemies. This might be the lowest of the low when it comes to these rail shooters. When it comes to these light gun games. I can't think of anything worse than this off the top of my head. I'm sure it'd be like some Raw Thrills garbage, or like just something that was like really bad back in the day. I don't know. I'm really racking my brain. Target Terror is more fun than this, that's for sure. Death Crimson is more inspired. At least it tries stuff. You gotta respect the moxie of it. But Paradise Lost, Far Cry Paradise Lost. This might just be like the most bereft of like any inspiration, of any sort of design. Encounter gunship. Kill mercenaries on the ground for more rockets. Can do. Do these rockets home? Well, the screen is so smoky I can't actually see where I'm landing, or if my hits are connecting or not, so... Oh, is he launching missiles at me? That I have to wait to be able to shoot out of the sky because I can't actually shoot them from this distance? Well, these are the slowest moving missiles I've ever seen in my life. So that's good. How do I even exist coming in late asking, is this a fucking Far Cry game? The answer is yes, believe it or not. We got him. There's no way this stage is still going. Oh, thank God. Ay, ay, ay. 2/5 of the way through. I'll give you a full minute to decide here. Can't wait for the game to hang up again. Ay, Chihuahua. What's that game I always spot in arcades? Iceman? The one where you shoot water at a screen and it's just Plants vs. Zombies, like, assets that whoever published that game, like, stole, basically. That's in contention, maybe, but I love that game so much. It's brought so much joy to my life, where this has only brought me misery playing this, playing Paradise Lost, so... No, this is better than Iceman. I might need to straight up, like, do a list of every light gun game, of every rail shooter, and just, like, set about ranking them. And I'll start with this at the bottom, and see if I can think of a single game that could dethrone it. Pro Striker 92 says, this game is truly Far Cry at home. But wait, no, it's not. It's the opposite. This is the Far Cry you can only get at the arcade. How do I even exist? Is there a furry cops light gun game? I know there's Ghoul Panic, which is a furry haunted house game. But furry cops light gun game, I don't think so. Not that I can recall, anyway. Someone feel free to step in if we have any furries in the chat, please. Maybe Tails Concerto got a railgun. I keep saying railgun. A light gun game that I'm just blissfully unaware of. Not blissfully, I would love to play that, actually. That sounds good to me. I said it, I hope it gets conjured into the world now. This would be a really good time to have, like, a Charky on to, like, make it so this isn't so mind-numbingly boring for me, this game, but... Oh, you know what? I bet there's an enemy that we can't see, and the red ring should hopefully pop up soon. Oh, we're getting plenty of this stuff. Don't mind if I do get that free refill. But yeah, what are we doing here? Who are we waiting on? Oh, there they are! I spotted them at the last second. They were stuck behind some scenery in the back. And they tripped and fell and finally died and allowed us to progress. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, everyone's doing 2 damage per shot now. And they are... Boy, howdy are they shooting. Boy, howdy are they hitting me. Health low. Again, literally nothing I could do about this. Do I dare continue? We've come so far. Why did that helicopter explode? I wasn't shooting it. Wait, who was that on the left? Was that some lady in a white shirt? Who was that? Are they an ally? Are they driving right now? I don't remember anything about Far Cry 1. So... Oh, I sent one of those dudes fucking flying. It's the little things that keep us going. It's certainly nothing about the big picture here that's keeping me invested in this. Johnny Bag is saying, I think the only way another light game could be worse if it was so unfair and cheap, it would be impossible to 1 credit clear, maybe even 5 to 10 credit clear. I think that's all the Raw Thrills games. I think those are literally designed to be impossible to 1 credit clear. I think they all took the cribbed notes from this game here. Video Game King claiming that Revolution X is impossible to 1 credit clear even for a TAS. That can't be true. Right? That you could absolutely 1 credit clear that game, I think. And especially like in a tool-assisted speedrun. Maybe there's like one example. Maybe there's like one version of it. Is that what you mean? That is just impossible 1 credit clear? I'm gonna need details. Alan, please add details. I can feel my mind slipping away. Video Game King saying, I may be confusing with T2. Okay. You know what? I mentioned it earlier. That's a game that's absolutely in contention for one of the worst rail shooters of all time. Stack that up against this. And you might have something. Wow, we sure held fire for longer than I expected on that screen. Also, this is a horrible layout here. People are coming through the heads-up display elements, dropping down here. I have to shoot through my radar to get dudes before they reach this part of the screen. There's absolutely no thought put into some of this design here, I tell you what. Johnny Baggett asking, why is there even a radar? Yeah, you know? It's not like we're turning around. It's not like it's like a 360-degree battle. It's one screen. Any enemy we're going to see is going to be, you know, in front of us. Maybe in case people come from stage left, stage right. It's supposed to like give you like a little early indication of that, but there's never not a time where an enemy is on screen, basically. So you're always just holding down the trigger. I don't know. I just don't know. How many medals for 100 kills have I got? 9? So we've gotten over 900 kills thus far. Oh, physics. I don't know if that did anything to hurt any enemies or stop their advance, but it sure didn't look cool. I don't need to see structures having physics. I need to see bodies. I need to see these ragdolls physicking all over the place. Like that. Also, so many of these dudes are so far away, are so tiny. Relative to the screen, relative to the crosshair. Oh, I think we made a new friend. I think we got a new guy. Let him take his time. Gives me a second to chug my drink. Oh, no, there we are. Shocker! Encounter with Chucker. Who is Chucker? Oh, that's Chucker. Oh, Chucker. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I always forget that Far Cry gets real stupid at a certain point. As does Crysis. As do most of those Crytek games, as it turns out. At least they keep giving us more health and armor during this fight. This might be the easiest boss fight in the game, just because they keep letting me replenish in the middle of it. These rockets certainly aren't gonna like... Oh, wait, hold on. There's the rub. That's the trick. That's the... They found a way. I'm just gonna ignore the barrels. I'm just gonna hit this guy with every grenade I got. And every bullet I got. So much to tell the guys in the chopper to stop dropping health and armor for me. I don't want to tell them how to do their job, but... Oh wait, he's dead. Rainforest. Can you believe we're only 3/5 of the way through this game? I think these 3 levels have straight up been longer than either of the games we played before this. And infinitely more boring. This is a true endurance run kind of game here. This is a true test of audience patience. You know, I don't think I'm going to play another game after this tonight. I think I'm going to finish this one up, and we'll call it there. That's because this has sapped all the life and energy out of me. After Rambo gave us so much life and energy, and after Golden Gun surprised us with... That was a really gory shot there. Did you see that guy that was, like, dismembered? You don't usually see that in the arcades. They usually don't put that in an arcade game. Even House of the Dead is, like, all things told, not particularly gory. But that dude was just, like, torn apart, laying against a rock. Global VR just don't care. Ay, ay, ay. Suddenly became like a Jurassic Park game against all these spitting raptors, or whatever those raptors don't spit. What are the ones that spit? Who's the ones that killed Newman from Seinfeld? I don't know my dinosaur words. My one work client who is obsessed with dinosaurs in Jurassic Park would be so disappointed in me for my lack of dinosaur knowledge. Elvis the Culture Advisor says Dilophosaurs. Thank you. You know, they changed up the game a little bit here. We're not shooting the same guy over and over again. Now we're shooting the same dinosaur over and over again. Pretty lateral move, all things told, but it is a move. I could probably be more efficient with my grenade usage here, with my mortars, with my explosive. But, you know, they're just going to keep giving them to us anyway. So you might as well use them. The frame rate is suffering in this scene with the fires going on. They're not even as impressive as Far Cry 2's fire effects. For shame. Let's just get past the screen before the game collapses in on us. I wonder if this will be the first long play of this game on YouTube. Probably not. In fact, I can almost guarantee it's not. Some dude in the techno-parrot community is absolutely beating me to the punch on this. Wait, he killed them without even having to shoot them. Why didn't he kill that one? He had, like, a full advantage, like, you know, several seconds advantage on that one dinosaur. Very confusing. Oh my god! I got up to 100 health there, and then they were doing 50 plus damage per attack there. Ridiculous. I know, like, I've complained about this, like, for every death, because every death has been a result of the scaling just being completely broken, but that one felt the most egregious to me. In that moment, I felt properly cheated. Wonder how bullshit the last stage will be on the max difficulty as it scales up. Hey, yay. I can see why they took they de-emphasized the Far Cry branding on this one. Why the cabinet just says Paradise Lost. If you were unfortunate enough to find one of these in the wild. I think Ubisoft realized what they had wrought, but they had already manufactured or put in the order for the cabinets and all that shit, so they're just like, well, fuck, we have to put it out there, but we can at least change the bezels so that Far Cry isn't completely sabotaged by this. Again, with the person with our just, like, random co-pilot here. Maybe, like, if we had the second player, they'd be tagging along in all the cutscenes. It would make more sense. Maybe. I'm knowing this game, we did probably just have, like, another, like, Jack Carver's, like, twin brother running alongside him. I think the main protagonist's name is Jack Carver. I don't really play Far Cry for the story, you know? Imagine if this game was your knowledge of the Far Cry franchise. If this is the version that the game that you first played, at the arcade, then one day you decide on a whim to buy a copy of this new Far Cry game for PC, and you're like, wait a fucking minute. What the hell is this? My god, they ripped off Paradise Lost. These PC developers, these PC game makers, these Crytek guys, ripped off the worst arcade game I've ever played in my life. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, thank God there's a mounted machine gun here. I don't know what I would have done without one. I wouldn't have had anything to shoot them with. That's what would have happened. We can't have that. I think we're at the point where they're doing pretty severe damage again. Battletech09 saying that if Far Cry can get an on-rail shooter, then Mercenaries needs one. God damn right. Oh, no, you didn't. Suckers tried to rail me. This game is gonna fail me. I'll workshop that rap. Oh, I'll workshop my rhymes there. Encounter Soldier X. Kill the infected mutant. Which one? Oh, probably the one in the center. And not his mutant thralls. As they were helpfully able to point out. Now, thank God he's hanging out by the machine. I didn't even have a chance. He didn't even give me a shot there to try and, like, stop you attacking. Your health might as well be, like, ticking down constantly at all times. Why not, right? Just be like, yeah, your health is just draining constantly. You have exactly 2 minutes to play this game before we start. Before you have to put another fucking quarter in. It's like a roller coaster or something. I don't know. Maybe there's some Laserdisc games that were like that. Anyway, that boss is dead. Whatever. Look at our medal collection. Okay. Now here's the question. Is this the last level, or is there a 6th level that will unlock after we beat this one? I'm hoping this is the last level. I'm just about done with this. I'm just about out of patience for this. I know some people are like, you know, give us as much value for money as possible. Arcade games should be, like, at least an hour long. Nope. Let's wrap this up. Noticing I don't have many of the flawless medals. Those ones seem very coveted. I got 2 of those. We've killed at least 1,300 enemies so far, but very few of them flawlessly. Some of these guys are coming at us with melee weapons, with machetes in hand. And I just don't think that's a great idea. Do you think we'll hop on that machine gun in front of us? Also, why get in the water? There's a bridge there. We could have just walked across. I'm out of shit to say, Chad. You gotta entertain yourselves at this point. Oh, that guy did a cool little flip. That was mildly amusing. The novelty is worn off by now. Of the ragdolls. Cool. Let's see how little I can move and still win the stage. Yeah, just keep shooting right here. They'll keep walking into it. Huh? Who shot me? I think, according to the radar, it's someone behind here. Okay, it was over here. They were off screen. I could do literally nothing about that. Except what I ultimately ended up doing, which was spamming grenades until one of them killed the guy. Ay, ay, ay. Half-Life ain't got nothing on the cutscenes in this game, I tell you what. The in-engine cinematics that we're experiencing here, moving this plot forward. Wait, I think we can just keep the cursor here again. No. They do come in from this side of the screen as well, so we would have to move left and right. Flawless victory! I got a third one! Yeah, there's no way there's a rail shooter worse than this. This is... Folks, you are seeing in real time me having to come to terms with the fact that there's a rail shooter game that I absolutely detest. Hey, Chihuahua. Magic Now is saying, I'm not really a rail shooter expert. This seems really dire. Yeah. Yeah. Battletech09 saying, I think there's like this mystical samurai rail shooter where you actually use a sword instead of guns. There's a couple of those, I think. I know we were talking about it in the Discord the other day, too. As the subject of rail shooters comes up pretty frequently. Also, don't forget the Castlevania arcade game, which is a... not a light gun game, but a light whip game. Baghead would be the expert on that. I believe they're the one who brings up oddball, esoteric games like that, and I love them for it. But if Johnny Baghead doesn't remember the names, then don't ask me. Battletech09 saying I'm not referring to Haunted Castle. No, I am not. I'm talking about Castlevania the arcade game, which works in Technoparrot. This thing that we're playing all this in right now. You can play that for yourself. If you so choose, if you know where to source such things. And let me tell you, the soundtrack to Castlevania the Arcade, some of the best covers of Castlevania music you've ever heard. They do a version of Cross Your Heart for that game, which is from the Game Boy Castlevanias. And, deep cut, but boy howdy. I wish I was playing that right now. Except I would really have to work to get that running in a way that I like, controlling in a way that I like. That'd probably be one where the Wiimote would actually be a pretty good way of controlling it if I configured it in such a way. Whipping with the Wiimote in hand. The way that Castlevania Judgment thought it would control. Encounter Crow. Mercenary Lord Crow. Is this the final boss? Or the penultimate boss? Let's find out. There he is. I think I'm damaging him. I don't think my rockets are really doing anything. If anything, they're just obscuring my shots, so I can't see if I'm still hitting him or not. Oh, hot damn. A lot of zombos. This is the most fun boss fight, at least. Because I can actually, like, prevent his attacks from hitting. It's fun making multiple zombies at once go flying with a single well-placed Grenade from me. Funnily enough, this last boss is somehow the most fair. The least challenging, the least bullshit. I so got him. Alright. Let's see. Is our pain, is our suffering over? Oh, that's it? Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Talk about a game they didn't expect anyone to actually fucking finish. Holy shit. There's not gonna be anything at the end of this. This is just... not even like any default names on the credits list, on the high score list either. No developers sneaking their initials in there.
I'm fully aware of what I'm doing. Can't you see?
Drink up, don't mind if I do. End on this broken cutscene. You know, who's to say there was, maybe there's an FMV that we just didn't catch? You want to do it all again? I sure as fuck don't. Oh my god. Oh, let me give myself the victory real quick. Holy guacamole. That was dire. If that did not suck the wind out of my sails completely, and also if I had, like, you know, co-pilot, I would probably have, I was gonna play Haunted Museum, which is something I've really been interested in as of late, since I first heard about it and saw it on the Techno Parrot list. Or I could have played Too Spicy, which is a game I had been looking for years and failing to remember the name of, which is a versus light gun game, which is two cabinets you link together and you shoot it out with other people and you move from cover to cover. There's lots of cool light gun games, as it turns out. And I'm seeing Video Game King recommending Death Crimson 2, which, in case you missed it at the beginning of the show, just released English translation patch for Death Crimson 2. So people can finally play Death Crimson 2. I'm going to link that by Derek A-Team Pascarella, who just released this today, which is very coincidental. But so that's something. I think we'll play Death Crimson 2. I think we will play that on the channel. I think we will stream that out. I think that will be a long play, because I definitely want to experience that game, and I feel like it would be a public service of sorts to play through that on behalf of other people, and so people can just live vicariously through that playthrough or what have you. I also want to say, just like real quick before we wrap it up, that this Techno Parrot UI, this Techno Parrot front end for making these Windows arcade games work is very cool. It is unfortunate that they got completely fucked over by hackers recently, but I wish them luck on getting back on their feet. I know there are people who are mad about the fact they're asking money for the active development, people asking for people to fund their development here, but, you know, we can't all be made. Not all work can be unpaid. You know, people who are putting the work into preserving this stuff do deserve, in some capacity, to be compensated for their time and their effort, and they're investing in these boards and stuff. But, so anyway, that's just a long short. I hope those guys land on their feet. I hope their new subscription service outside of Patreon, I hope that works out for them, because there's some really interesting stuff happening here. It's really cool that these games work in any capacity, and I'd love to see more. I'd love to see the support list for this continue to grow. It certainly beats the shit out of Daphne Singe for playing rail shooters, for playing light gun games. that was the stream. That was the show. Thank you for tuning in for the Light Gun Game Extravaganza. I have to come up with a better, catchier title than that in future. But thank you for bearing with us as we flew solo today. More to come. Again, if you folks get me to the point where I can afford a Sinden Light Gun, it is over for this show. It is just going to be me playing these games all day long, every day. So don't pledge, don't support us on Patreon, don't subscribe on Twitch, don't join the Discord and boost our server, because you know where it's going to wind up. You know where this all ends. It ain't pretty. But, man, I love these Light Gun games, you know? Except that last one. That was a new low. And I'll be curious to see if we can find anything worse than that. Let's make a series out of the Light Gun Games Extravaganza. Let's continue doing these every now and again. And let's see if we can find something to top, or to, I guess, to bottom, to score underneath Far Cry Paradise Lost, because that's going to be my new gold standard moving forward. It's not often, if I'm hamming it up, if I'm talking about it a lot, because it's not very often you see me play a game here that I'm like, oh, this is worse than I could have possibly imagined. That one legit caught me off guard, and I knew going in it wasn't going to be good, but playing through it, all of it in a single sitting, ooh, that's a spicy game. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Please consider joining the Discord. Please consider going to your local arcade and playing a Light Gun game. Let's see if there's anyone streaming at this current juncture. Oh, Lizstar is playing a Wario Land, one of those Wario games for the Game Boy Color, it looks like. I like a Wario well enough. Of all the platformer mascots, he's the least egregious to me, one of the least egregious. His games are some of the most tolerable. So consider tuning into that after this show right here. Other than that, I've been Cass. Bye!